Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. This is just going to be basically what I want to do is kind of like an anxiety and depression video camera, like diary kind of entry, kind of updates on everything. So basically this video is just going to be my story, but I would love to be able to make videos where you guys can interact with me and ask me questions. I love to do Q&As or questions, or like answering like your problems. So the reason that I'm like this at the moment, kind of sounding a bit like Marina Joyce, is I have just had quite a big anxiety attack, which is the reason that I'm filming this now. There's about 3 reasons. The first reason is because this is the reality basically, and I just wanted to show you kind of, I wanted it to be fresh. I don't want it to be sugar coated. I don't want you to see me with loads of makeup on, with my hair nice. This literally, this face, everything, mascara under my eyes, I've literally just, probably about 10 minutes ago, also just gotten from, well, kind of just gotten from school. Second reason that I wanted to film it like this is because I don't normally open up to a lot of people, but I'll need to start trying because I know that it does help a lot. If you can hear my dogs arguing in the background being like dickheads, that's because they're dickheads. So I'm kind of just gonna film videos, not always, but straight after an anxiety attack or something like this. It's really good because I'm in like my feelings, like in a way. I'm easy to like open up now about it, and more than like in the middle of the day when I just had a really good day or something. So I'm basically going to explain my story, and then I'm going to basically, I say basically a lot, but don't worry, I'll try and stop, kind of explain everything to you, and hopefully it will give you like, almost like a foundation. This is like me. Obviously this isn't me because I have got a nicer side to me, not nicer but like a happier side to me. But I'm going to basically talk about depression and being diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So yeah. So when I was about, I think I was 7, my mum and dad split up, which was, at the age, it wasn't a big deal for me. I can remember I still went to school and everything kind of was normal. The only thing that did change like quite a bit was a moving house, because we used to live in quite a big house and we moved to a smaller house on an estate, and the house we used to live in was a big one kind of in the middle of nowhere. That was kind of the only change at that age I felt. Things like my dad not being at home obviously is a change, but it wasn't really for me because my dad worked a lot. He worked away a lot of the time, like in different countries and stuff, and I would probably only see him once or twice a week. At the best. So well, that wasn't a big change for me, and to be honest, right now I actually can't really remember a lot about it. So I don't think anything dramatically changed for me at that time, but obviously as I got older, so I'm now 14, obviously I'm in year 10 doing GCSEs, things are a lot harder because we have to do the going to my dad's at the weekend, my mum's now. There's a bit of kind of tension in, so there's little like, as I say, like a little triangle, or what shape has just 2 points? There is no shapes that just have 2 points. So basically it's me and my mum and my sister, and then it's me, no, and then it's my dad and his wife. They've only just got married last month. So there is a bit of tension there because my dad had an affair with his wife that he's with now on my mum, so there's always going to be something there. My sister has never spoke to her, never will, I don't think, and my dad and sister don't have the best relationship. Mine and my dad's relationship is going downhill very quickly. We used to be very strong, but before I ever met her, so it's a bit complicated, but I suppose it's not really a lot to do with this video, so I'm not going to go into it in too much depth. But I didn't meet her straight after my mum and dad broke up. It was a few years after. Me and my dad, our best relationship times were those 3 years. He lived in a little village called Cirencester, and it was just so nice. So anyway, that's a bit of backstory on like my family and everything. So everything's a bit hard at the moment. Christmas is coming up. I'm not looking forward to it that much because my sister's just got, and well, not just, but has got a boyfriend who it's a bit different because he lives a bit further away. So kind of we don't know what we're going to do, and one of the main triggers of my anxiety is changes. So I don't like changing, I don't like being out of routine. So I think my anxiety and depression started, I think it mildly started August 2017. My nan passed away, and kind of my family, it broke us a lot. We knew it was coming, and actually it came a lot later than we thought it did. We weren't waiting for it, but we knew it was coming. But luckily she did have longer than we thought left to live. So that kind of broke us. I was very close to her. So was my sister. My mum was very close to her, even though it was actually my dad's mum. So that was really hard. I wasn't young. I was obviously 13. But at that age, and I say at that age, it was only last year, literally, it's just gone a year. I had just moved to a new school, and as horrible as it sounds, my nan did pass away, and it was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Yet, in that moment at time, I didn't take it in. I didn't get my head around the fact that it had actually happened. I kind of got on with everything else, including like making new friends, fitting in, social life basically. I regret it now because it's kind of all come to me at the point where I don't need it because there's too much other stuff. But I think from that kind of August to January, it was mild, and I'm talking about anxiety there, not talking about depression. I had anxiety, I've had it basically all my life, but I started showing it around then. So January, there was some stuff going on in January through to February with this boy who wasn't nice to me at all. And I didn't kind of realise that it was actually really hurting me. I was basically letting him really take advantage of me, and I kind of got the backlash and the pain of it all after it happened. But February, this subject is really hard for me to talk about, the one I'm about to talk about. So if you see me tearing up, it's completely normal. It happens to me all the time. I can't hear his name without tearing up. So in February, I started talking to a boy called, and he was 2 years. Oh, I actually can't. I can't fucking talk about it. He was 2 years above me at school. He was like real popular and stuff. And he made me feel so good considering I just had a boy completely take advantage of me. Okay, so my grandma just died, but I can't really remember where I was up to. Oh, so yeah, so we were like, it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I had the best memories with him. We were together from February to April, and in April, I'm not going to get into detail, but some stuff happened with another girl. Basically, we broke up over it. I don't even know how to fucking talk about this. And then, so me and speak to this day now. Every day we speak, and every day from the day we broke up we have spoken. That week where we broke up, the week after, was probably like one of the hardest weeks of my life. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I completely had fallen in love with him. Like, we thought we were staying together forever. It's stupid. I know it was definitely my first love. I was never in love with anyone else. And I still am in love with him. I was going to put it out there. And I come back from my dad's, and we had an argument about me still being clingy and texting him all the time, because obviously I still loved him. He didn't know that. But I was pretty obsessed with him. He wasn't actually opening any one of my messages, and then he just basically told me to fuck off. He blocked me on Snapchat, everything like that happened. Anyway, so this was my first kind of red light. That night I took ibuprofen tablets that night, and I sicked it all up over my bed. Me and my mum were actually in an argument at the time, so it was kind of really hard to talk to her about it. She didn't know how I felt. The only reason I'm blurring his name out is because I don't want to like beat him up or anything. If he finds this video, I'm probably going to be dead. I just wanted somewhere where I can talk about it and not kind of, obviously there's hate and stuff. Anyway, that night I threw it all up. I basically saw photos of Charlie with this other girl and I literally just thought, what the fuck? He'd already got a new girlfriend and I didn't want to be here anymore. It was too hard for me at that time to process it. And it sounds stupid, and I literally, before I said it, before I was ever, you can't be in love at my age. It's not possible, but it is. And I don't know whether it gets easier or whether it gets harder. But if it gets harder, then I don't know how I'm going to survive. But that night I overdosed on some tablets. I didn't go to school. I can't remember a lot of it. I passed out after I took these tablets. Obviously the scariest thing was that I was sick before I took the tablets, so I actually hadn't sicked them out. But my mum thought that I had because I couldn't remember, I couldn't explain to her, I was just in a state. The scariest thing for me was the weight, kind of. I started to get side effects. So the first side effect that I got from it was really bad tummy, because ibuprofen, like, if you take them for actual medical needs, they do give you bad tummies. So like, I had taken 12 of them, my tummy was literally falling apart. The second one that I got was a headache, and then the third one that I got was this, like, my mouth was very dry. I also got really bad in my chest, like heartburn, like very bad. And it was really scary. I was looking up how many tablets does it take to overdose and stuff, not because, I suppose at that point, like, thinking back to it now, I should have been looking them up to make sure I hadn't taken enough, but I wanted to take enough. And it's deep and stuff, but I honestly never felt it. It was pain in a different kind of form. I didn't even feel it when my nan died. I've never felt it kind of how it has been the kind of last 6 months. It's pain that I didn't even know existed. It's like a constant battle with yourself. There's a voice in my head telling me I'm not worth it and all of this, and I'm not even just saying this. So after that I got some help. I had cancers in the past that were basically shit. That's just my opinion on them, because I can't open up to people I don't really know. I can't just sit in a room with someone I've never met before and absolutely spill my heart out. It doesn't work like that. Like, the only reason that I thought that this would be a good idea is because I don't know who's, I actually don't know why this would have been a good idea. But I haven't opened up to my mum. My mum doesn't even know that that night was to do it. So I think to come somewhere like this and talk, it's not even talk to anyone, I don't even know if this is going to go up, but like, just to be able to speak what I think. And by the way, sorry, but the reason that I keep looking at the back, I actually haven't. So there's one thing that comes with anxiety is eye contact, and I got sent out of an interview the other day because I couldn't make eye contact, but it's just a problem that I don't think is ever going to be fixed. I keep looking behind because I put a mirror behind my camera just to check that I'm in focus and stuff, and I really hope I am, but I hope the focus is alright. Camera's still flashing red. Anyway, after that night I got help. 4 months ago I got a referral put in the system to a mental health for young people, like a business place thing. It's in the NHS, it's called CAMHS. So I got that referral 4 months ago. It was actually due at the end of October and it's the start of November and I haven't had it yet. But I feel like it's come at a good time, like when it's going to come, because at the moment I'm really struggling. I'm struggling with getting up, like having motivation to get up and go to school, having something to, at the moment I have nothing to look forward to, so I've kind of lost interest in all activities. I used to love horse riding, I used to love doing makeup. I don't do it anymore. I don't wear makeup anymore. I don't go out. I go out and see my friends, and I think that's a really good positive thing, is I have a very good small circle of friends that really do make me happy. There again though, there are a bunch of, so there's some people that don't like me around my area, and it's really hard because I have no problem with any of them, but they don't understand everything, and I'm not going to even use it as an excuse. Like, they can hit me, they can do what they want, but for me to do something back, or for me to say something back, or for me to go the extra like mile on like calling them something down the road or whatever, it adds more stress onto my life. And literally in my head it's like a pile of books just building up and building up and building up. So also when I first got with Charlie, I had a friend, and me and her became really close, and she was the only person that I can trust, and she still is to this day. We spoke about everything, and also she was there for me every second of the way down outside of school. For me, just and I'm not even, you could be watching this like attention seeker, or she's lying, or, but at this moment in time me and Lacey aren't on the best of terms, and there's no apparent reason for it. We both don't know why. We had summer holidays, that's both of our excuses for drifting, but the actual reason is because we both have so much going on in our lives. We don't have time to help each other anymore. She's got a lot of stuff going on, bless her. She's the most strongest person I know, and I can't like thank her enough for giving me some of her strongness. Without the people that did actually help me, I literally don't know where I'd been. Like if I had taken a few more tablets, like not even that dramatic, I'm not even deep in it, like what if I actually could have. It's those thoughts, and also those thoughts in my head and people in my head saying you should. Last night I had a really bad breakdown over it again, because I actually had to sleep for ages, and with my family know him, so it was really hard because obviously he's my ex, and I broke down about it last night. Like I was really bad, and again, not every night, but I kind of have like a pain line and like a hurting line. So like the pain that inside that I was feeling, once it goes past a certain point, that's when all the bad thoughts kick in. And it's also when my mind tricks me with like songs that me and listen to, memories, everything, and it's horrible. I can't control that at all. But anyway, 4 months later I'm still waiting for a referral. I've been to the doctors about it.